So after that Italian national anthem, we will return shortly to the start for the men's quadruple sculls. Objection from somebody who thinks he's a bull in the audience here. In the background of your picture, you can see the women's quadruple sculls coming into the dock to take their medals. They have to wait for the men's lightweight fours to get into their boats and get away first. So we go to the men's quadruple sculls, and in lane 1 we have Estonia, lane 2 Italy, lane 3 Russia, lane 4 Belarus, lane 5 Ukraine, and lane 6 Slovenia. Already raced in the B final, France finished 7th, Hungary 8th, and Poland 9th. Estonia, Italy with Galtarossa out, were 4th in Munich. Russia were 7th in Munich with the same crew. Lane 4, Belarus, 12th in Munich with one change, and Ukraine in lane 5, 6th in Munich. So we have A and B finalists from Munich in all the key lanes in this race, and that's Belarus and that's Ukraine. See the weight of these larger men lifting the boat and dropping it back into the water. And that's the Russian Federation in lane 3 there. But up into the lead in lane 6 rather, Slovenia, Janez Župank, Janez Jursi, and Gaspar Fistravic. That's Russian Federation again, with Mikhail Bukwa-Mfansi in the stroke seat. He led them very well in Munich, but in the end it went wrong and they didn't get into the final and ended up winning the small final after looking like one of the form crews of that regatta. Already out to a length lead, Russia in lane 3. Italy there in lane 2, Luca Ghezzi, Federico Gattinoni, Simone Venier and Simone Ranieri. Galtarossa is out for Simone Venier, who's come in to that Italian crew. But, as in the Olympics in Athens in 2004, Russia in the lead, with everybody else looking around and wondering what they need to do. Slovenia there in lane 6, looking across, assessing exactly what is needed. At 500 meters, Russia was first, Italy 2.9 seconds behind, Ukraine 3.2 seconds behind the leaders, Belarus 3.4 seconds behind, Slovenia and Estonia not yet on the card. So the Belarus scullers looking there to see what's up with Russia. Bentarm catch of the Belarus two-man, Zianis Mihal, making it very much like hard work for him. And the reason these four are up so well is that they are technically, or stylistically, very, very nice scullers. Very loose, athletically loose. Of course, they're pulling very hard, but between strokes they relax. Blade work excellent, sharp, astute sculling. Halfway, and Russia lead through halfway by more than a quarter length, a third of a length of open water over Italy, with next along the Belarus rather. In the days of the Soviet Union, we had Belarus, Ukraine, Russia and Estonia, 4 crews in this final, all rolled into one. Slovenia was of course rowing with Yugoslavia in those days. There were many fewer nations and much more thinly, or rather it's a much more concentrated talent, because to get in the quadruple scull for the Soviet Union you had to be first in a much larger pool. Come through the third 500 meters. Russia distinctly at 35 strokes to the minute, completely untroubled, sculling beautifully. To be picky, I would say that Nikita Murgachev in the bow seat was sculling a little shorter than the other 3, but his blades go in the water at the same time and the work comes on at the same time, which explains why they're up here. Italy closed to 0.25 of a second. Belarus, so Italy come right up on Russia. We didn't see that happening in that third 500, but now we do. That's Italy in the background, in the blue. That's Russia in the foreground, holding on. The angle of the boys doesn't tell you how close that is. Italy moving at a slightly lower pace, but that's very temporary. That's taken from this GPS system we referred to earlier. Russia does appear to be moving out again, but the angle of the boats is very deceptive. You can't tell, as we get until they're right opposite the camera, quite how far the lead is. We're coming into the last 250 meters to go. We have the Russian Federation in the lead, and they have 2/3 or even 3/4 of a length back on Italy, so that 0.25 of a second at 1500 meters was a deception. Italy couldn't maintain that pace, and the bronze medal position still held by Belarus over Ukraine. But as we come in the last 150 meters, absolutely supreme, pillar to post, we have the Russian Federation leading this with Italy in second place, and it will be Belarus to take the bronze medal. Over on the far side, Estonia, and on the near side, Ukraine. Russian Federation first, Italy second, Belarus third, consummate scull by the Russian Federation. Some salvation there for their disappointment after the race in Munich, where they were consigned to the small final, which they then won handsomely, but definitely one where they would have wished, above all else, to be in the final. If you're not in the final, there's nothing you can do to get a medal. If you're in the final, even at the dire straits, you have always got the chance that you can put something together and make a medal out of it. So it's worth living for. Small finals definitely taste bitter in the mouth. So Russian Federation confirmed in first. Italy take the silver medal. Belarus take the bronze medal. Ukraine take fourth. Estonia fifth. And Slovenia sixth place. 10 seconds adrift to the leaders. France seventh. Hungary eighth. And Poland